This presentation covers about understanding the importance of timeline in 10th standard history. The timeline of Indian history from the year 1920 to 1940 is captured in this presentation. 1920 Khilafat Movement, Non-Cooperation Movement. 1922 Chauri Chaura Incident. 1923 Formation of Swaraj Party. 1927 Appointment of the Simon Commission. 1929 Lahore Congress Session. 1930 First Roundtable Conference. 1931 Second Roundtable Conference. 1932 Third Roundtable Conference. 1935 The Government of India Act. 1937 First Congress Ministry in Province. And 1940 August Offer. The movement of non-cooperation was launched on 4th September 1920 by Mahatma Gandhi with the aim of self-governance and obtaining full independence, that is Purna Swaraj, as the Indian National Congress withdrew its support for British reforms following the Rowlatt Act of 1919 and the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. 1922 Chauri Chaura Incident. The Chauri Chaura incident took place on 4th February 1922 at Chauri Chaura in the Gorakhpur district of United Province, that is present Uttar Pradesh, when a large group of protesters participating in the non-cooperation movement clashed with the police, who opened fire. In retaliation, the demonstrators attacked and set fire to the police station, killing all of its occupants. The incident led to the death of 3 civilians and 22 policemen. Mahatma Gandhi, who was strictly against violence, halted the non-cooperation movement on the national level on 12 February 1922 as a direct result of this incident. 1923 Formation of Swaraj Party. The Swaraj Party was formed on 1st January 1923 by the Indian politician and the members of Indian National Congress C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, who had opposed Mahatma Gandhiji's suspension of non-cooperation movement on February 1922 in response to the Chauri Chaura tragedy. 1927 Appointment of the Simon Commission. In 1927, a statutory commission was constituted under Sir John Simon to review the Act of 1919 and to suggest reforms. However, to the great disappointment of Indians, it was an all-white commission with not a single Indian member. So the Congress boycotted the commission. 1929 Lahore Congress Session. The Congress convention began in Lahore in December 1929 and Pandit Nehru was the president of the session. In this session, members agreed that the Congress and the Indian nationalists should fight for Purna Swaraj, that is complete independence, and adopted as the goal of Indian National Congress. 1930 First Roundtable Conference. First Roundtable Conference was officially inaugurated on November 12, 1930 at House of Lords at London by the British King George V and was chaired by the then British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald. First Roundtable Conference was conducted as per 1930 report of Simon Commission. And of course, Neither Indian National Congress nor any prominent political or business leaders from India participated in it because most of them were lodged into jails for their participation in civil disobedience movement. 1931 Second Roundtable Conference. The Second Roundtable Conference was started on 7th September 1931. The major difference between the first and the second conference was that the Indian National Congress was participating in the second one, and this was one of the results of the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. The British decided to grant a communal award for representing minorities in India by providing for separate electorates for minority communities. Gandhiji was against this. In this conference, Gandhi and Ambedkar differ on the issue of separate electorate for the untouchables. Gandhiji was against treating untouchables as separate from the Hindu community, and this issue was resolved through the Pune Pact of 1932. The Second Roundtable Conference was deemed a failure because of the many disagreement among the participants. 1932 Third Roundtable Conference. The Third Roundtable Conference was held in London on November 17, 1932. This was just a nominal conference. Congress refused to attend it, so only 46 people reached out there. The key outcome of the Third Roundtable Conference was the White Paper issued by the government. On the basis of this paper, the Government of India Act of 1935 was to be passed. 1935 The Government of India Act. The Government of India Act of 1935 was one of the important positive outcomes of the civil disobedience movement. The key feature of this act was provincial autonomy and hierarchy at the center. The act provided for an all India federation with 11 provinces, 6 chief commissioners provinces and all those princely states which wished to join the federation. The act also provided autonomy to the provinces. All the subjects were transferred to the control of Indian ministers. Diarchy that was in operation in province was now extended to the central government. The franchise based on property was extended, though only about 10% of the population enjoyed the right to vote. By this act, Burma was separated from India. 1937 First Congress Ministry in Province. The Government of India Act of 1935 was implemented with the announcement of elections in 1937. The Congress called off its program of boycott of legislature and contested elections. It emerged victorious in 7 out of 11 provinces. It formed ministries in 8 provinces, namely Madras, Bombay, Central Provinces, Orissa, Bihar, United Provinces, North-West Frontier Provinces and Assam. In Assam, it formed a coalition government. The Congress ministries functioned as a popular government and responded to the needs of the people. 1940 August Offer. The August Offer was an offer made by Viceroy Linlithgow in 1940, promising the expansion of the Indian Council of the Viceroy of India to include more Indians, the establishment of an advisory war council, giving full weight to minority opinion, and the recognition of India's right to frame their own constitution after the end of the war. Thank you.